Is Gala a hidden treasure or a failing project? I'm going to speak to you guys directly just from the price point of view with technical analysis. And based on what I'm seeing here with Gala and its charts, this is the weekly time frame charts. It looks like it is more likely that it's going to have a price surge than continue dipping. Okay, that is not my opinion. That is basically based on what the pattern is saying. Okay, which is a falling wedge pattern, which usually breaks to the upside. Okay. Of course, right now, Gala also has a smaller pattern here within the falling wedge pattern, which is also a double bottom, which still usually breaks to the upside. So let's zoom in real quick and see what's going on with Gala. Okay, so this bigger falling wedge pattern, if it actually breaks out here, it's going to be a price target of um, about 11, I mean almost 12 cents there if it breaks out by this point. Okay, of course price targets are estimates only. Okay, it's not, I mean it could be more and it could be less, and it very much depends on what kind of market we're in, which means that it's also going to be very dependent on what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin has just broken above its all-time highs at 110K, so I think Bitcoin is looking very bullish. I am long on quite a bit of altcoins and Bitcoin, so that is just my opinion. Not financial advice, of course. You got to do your own research. But my opinion on this market is still very bullish, and I'll let you guys know when I change my opinion. Okay. But I do think Gala is very dependent on what Bitcoin does. But just given this chart here on a higher time frame, which in my opinion is more stable than the lower time frame charts, that it looks like it's going to be it's actually positioned for a surge here more likely than not. Of course, also got to consider the downside risk as well, right? Because even though falling wedges usually break to the upside, they could still break to the downside. That's just the name of the game. Nothing in here is 100%. Okay, now let's talk about the double bottom that Gala is also in. It's, basically near the bottom of this falling wedge pattern, and it has also formed a double bottom, right? With bullish divergence. That's basically where you have a lower or equal low on the price action chart, but with an equal or higher low on the RSI. It's a very effective indicator that usually tells you there's going to be a reversal. I mean, it's already reversing, right? Now, it is trying to get on top of quite a bit of moving averages as resistance right now, including one at about 2.3 cents, right? If it could actually break out of this double bottom pattern, the resistance here is about 2.4 cents, right? Then the price target would be about just right underneath 3.6 cents, which is still a pretty big move for Gala. Quite a bit of resistance along the way. And if it actually breaks out of this falling wedge pattern, you have the weekly 200, which is just appeared right at about almost 70 cents, right? 7 cents, excuse me, 7 cents. Okay. So that's basically what I'm seeing for Gala. And so, yeah, if you guys want to continue seeing more of Gala, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.